All right, good morning. Good to see you all. So for today's class, a foam roller, a block. We're going to be balancing on the block, a soft ball, and then an ankle band. Like I said, if you have two different resistance, you can put them close by you and just see which one works best for you. As always, if you have any injuries, please do what you have to do. I did trip in London, the pavement is like rocky, so I fell on my knee. It's not disaster, but I can see that it's a little hard for me to bend. I didn't have time to take care of it yet, but yeah, so I'm gonna, if I feel like I have to change it, I will. To modify. All right, so we're going to get started on our foam roller on the neck. If you have a ponytail, please put your ponytail a little higher. Oh, it's so nice to be home. I love home. All right, here we are. Foam roller on your cervical spine. Lift and lengthen your tailbone. You can grab the edges of the foam roller and for a moment just keep the pressure on the foam roller. Turn your nose right and left. We're just hydrating the cervical spine here. And remember, as we reset the cervical spine, it's also going to help us to adjust the spine and the pelvis. So if you feel at one point a little pressure coming down, just wiggle your hips on the mat a little bit. Take a quick note to notice if the right side or the left side feel a little bit more nervy or more pronounced. And then the most important thing is to keep the pressure on the foam roller. Start to bring awareness to your breath and move slowly and deeply. And you might stay on one side. You can also just lift your chin up and down like you're saying yes. And radiate a light going down your spine and down your pelvis. And now lift your chin up and drop your chin down. So extension of the cervical spine as far back as you can. And then flexion. Notice the relationship between your cervical spine and your ribcage when you're lifting up and when you're dropping down. Good, and then come up, take the foam roller right below your shoulder blades. Lift and lengthen your tailbone again. Take your hands behind your head. Interlace your hands. And now open your chest, resist your head to your hands. And now turn your nose to the right. Pull through the right elbow. Come back center and the left. Breathe into the rib cage, into your abdominal muscles. And notice the tendency is to hold your breath. Good. Now, lift your hips off the floor and now roll up and down a little bit. Up and down. Resist your head to your hands and gaze up. Just a little bit of hydration here. Put a little pressure. You may walk your feet forward a little or backwards, whatever feels good. Good. And slowly release it. Move the foam roller out of your way. Lay on your back. And now open your palms in a T position. Lift your feet off the floor 90 degrees. And now a little core activation. Just drop your knees to the right, to the left and gaze to the right. Don't touch the floor. And then come center, drop your knees to the right, gaze to the left. A little seesaw here, side to side. Breathe, just go halfway through, lengthen through the hips. Go 2 more on each side. Each time you're radiating a light through your spine. Good, come center, circle your ankles in both directions. Good, and then kick your heels to your sit bones. Kick, kick, breathe, 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 breathe. All right, a few shoulder rolls. Good, and now let us activate our glutes again. I hope you did your homework. Block in the medium setting between your knees. Sacrum on the floor, palms alongside your body. And I inhale, lift your tailbone, lift your sacrum, lift your low back only. And now lengthen your sit bones towards your calves. Drop your low back only and stay here. Breathe and tell your brain, I need that length between my low back and my pelvis. Then lower your sacrum down and lower your tail. Inhale. Lift your tail, lift your sacrum, lift your low back. It's very small. Your ribs are on the floor. Lengthen your hips towards your calf muscles. Drop your low back only. Breathe into that length. Drop your sacrum and drop your tail. Inhale. Lift your tail, lift your sacrum, lift your low back. Stay here. Ribs on the floor, lift your palms over your heart. Make a fist and circle your fists in both directions. Press your feet evenly. Breathe here. And now you're shining a color through those glutes. You might feel it in your hamstrings going down your legs. Nothing in your low back. If you do, lower your hips a little more. And now open your palms, take your left hand over the right fingers and give yourself a little wrist stretch here. Your hips are off the floor, your shoulders are relaxed down to the floor. And now change. Take your right hand over the left, breathe. And now we're allowing the tissue to connect to the nerve system all the way down to the bones. That's why we stay long, to give it enough awareness. Take your hands to your thighs. And now 1 inch lifting up and down. Lift 1, lower little. Close your eyes, shine the light into those glutes, breathe and feel. If you feel your low back, drop your hips a little lower. Keep going. Lift, breathe, and lower. Like you're sinking into a sponge from your skin to your bones. Breathe. So all those fibers become aware and active and strong. Okay, 3 more. Lift and hold. Lower. Lift and hold. And lower. Lift and hold. Now, bring your palms facing each other. And now we squeeze the block and release little. Keep squeezing in, keep your pelvis steady. And squeeze in and breathe and squeeze in. Now you're squeezing that little sponge in this direction. Lower your hips if you feel your low back. Keep going for 5. Ooh. Breathe 4. Breathe 3. And 2. And 1. Good. Lower your low back only. Breathe here, stay. Breathe into that section. Lower your sacrum. Lower your tailbone. Move the block out of your way. Drop your knees right and left small. Just little. Keep breathing. Good. Take your palms behind your head. Now you know where your sacrum, right in the center. It's more grounded. Elbows in. Lift your head slightly. Now resist your head to your hands. Inhale. Exhale. Lift your shoulders a little more and gaze up. So you have this apple. Your chin is away. Your chin is away from your chest. Breathe. Press the sacrum down. Lift your left leg. Keep breathing here. Keep breathing. Lift a little more. 3, 2, 1. Drop only your shoulders down. Inhale. Exhale. Lift your shoulders. Resist your head. Keep breathing. Extend your left leg. Lift a little more. Sacrum down. 3, 2, 1. Drop your shoulders. Bend your left leg. Inhale. Exhale, lift your shoulders, resist your head, lift your chin, extend your left leg. Press your right leg, press your sacrum down. Keep breathing here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Extend your right leg all the way out. Squeeze your inner thighs. Extend your left hand outside, quarter turn to the left. Now notice your chin wants to go down, lift it up. Breathe here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift your right leg, drop your left leg. Inhale, lift a little more. Stay here with your head. Lift your chin. 3, 2, 1. Lift your left leg, drop your right leg. Last one. 3, 2, 1. Come back in and take a rest. Drop your knees right and left. Inhale, hands behind your head, elbows in. Lift your right leg up. Press your sacrum in the center. Inhale, bend your knee. Right knees bent. Exhale, lift your shoulders off the floor, lift your chin. Feel your core, press that sacrum down to the floor. 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your shoulders down. Inhale. Exhale, lift and hold. Press your head. Extend your right leg. 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your shoulders, bend your right leg. Inhale. Exhale, lift your shoulders, lift your chin, extend your right leg. Press, press, press. Extend your left leg. Right hand outside of your leg. Quarter turn to the right. Lift your chin up. 3, 2, 1. Change your legs. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Change your legs. Last one. Lift your chin. 3, 2, 1. Come back and take a little rest. Good. All right. So now come over to the left side. You're on your left elbow or forearm, I would say. You have your ball. Inhale. Lift your chest, your frontal ribs doing a little crunch. Extend your right leg. Good. Now lift up with your ball. Grab your ball. Inhale. Lift your chest. And now tap, 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 and lower. Inhale. Lift your chest. Shoulder away from your ear. Lift, tap, 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 lower. Now you want it to be way harder. You can stay here or feet together. Tap, tap, both legs, oh, tap, tap, and lower. Here we go, inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, extend, lift, tap, 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 bend, and lower. Last one, inhale. Front door ribs doing a crunch. Exhale, lift, 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 and lower. Good job. Let's change sides. Inhale, lift your chest. Only the top leg. Lift and hold. Tap, tap, tap with control, lower. Inhale, front door ribs doing a crunch. Exhale, lift, tap, 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 lower. Option, two legs, inhale. Exhale, lift, tap, 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 lower. Inhale, exhale, lift, tap, 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 lower. Last one, inhale, tap, 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 and lower. Good job. All right, so now we're gonna use the foam roller. Is gonna be like a little support for your low back. So try to tuck it underneath you as best as you can. Hook it in there and then bring the ball in front of you. Open your feet about hip width apart. Draw the shoulders back and down. Frame the ball. Now squeeze, squeeze, squeeze the ball 3 times and then crash and bring it into your forehead. Or lift your chest. Open your arms, inhale. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Bend the elbows, lift. Now you do not have to use this foam roller. This is just to support your low back. I don't want you to crash into your low back. Some of you can stay like this. Push, 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 bend. It's harder without the foam roller, but I prefer you keep the foam roller if you need support. And here we go. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Bend the elbows, squeeze that ball. Elbows in, Marilyn, more like you have a block. Yes. Extend the arms. Inhale, shoulders down. Crash, crash, crash the ball. Hold, squeeze and come in. Give your forehead a kiss. And again, inhale, squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Bring it in. Slowly release and take it out. Good job. Take the band over to your right leg. Bend your right knee, extend your left leg. Okay? Take your left hand with the opposite hand. So right leg, left hand. Lift your chest up, inhale. And now bicep, bend, bend, hold. And release. So it's like you're going up 3 floors. Bend, lift, and lift. Hold, lift your chest up, up, up. Lower down, slow. And squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Lift your chest. Lower. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Lower. 3, 2, hold. Lower slow. 3, 2. Notice if your ribs are floating out. Bring them in. Lower. 2 more. Squeeze, squeeze. Hold, hold, hold. Lower. 3, 2. Hold. Hold here for 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower. Good. Change your legs. Breathe in. Right hand holds. Left leg bends with the band. Right leg is straight. Inhale, front lower ribs are down, and lift, lift, hold, lower. Squeeze, squeeze, hold. Hug those muscles, lower. Squeeze, squeeze, and hold, lower. Squeeze, squeeze, and hold, lower. Squeeze, squeeze, and hold. Hold here. 3, 2, 1, and lower. Just one more. Inhale. 3, 2, hold, hold, hold. 3, 2, 1. Slowly release it and let it go. Good job. A few shoulder rolls. Take both legs on the band. Let me see here. Yeah, straighten your legs if it's possible for you. If your band is too short or too tight for you, if you have a TheraBand, you can use that one instead. So now your fingers are coming up and over. Lift your chest, and now you're doing a little row. Pull the elbows back. Oh, yeah. Now your ribs really want to float. Can we take them in? Yeah. And release. And pull. And release. Pull and hold. Lift your chest. Lower slow. Pull and hold. Lower slow. And now bring it in slow. Slow. Push it in. And release for 1. And slow. Lift your chest. Release for 1. Now take the band towards your right hand. So pull to the right. Oh no. Ooh, to the right chest. And then come in. Inhale. Exhale to the left. Oh, notice the difference. Inhale. Exhale to the right. Really slow. Inhale, left. Keep your body steady. Try to stay steady with your body. And then slow. So try not to move forward and back. Stay where you are. Let the band come to you. 3, 2, 1. Slowly release. Even if your range of motion is smaller to begin with, pull it to the left. Stay centered. That's how you adapt into those misalignments. Your body starts to get stronger that way. And release. One more on each side. Right, breathe. Ooh. Notice each side, how is it different? And release. Last one, inhale. Exhale, left. 3, 2, 1. Slowly release it and let it go. A few shoulder rolls. Awesome. All right. So now we're going to take our little ball behind the knee and we're going to balance on the block. So the block is going to be under your left knee. Your ball goes behind your right knee. Okay, and now your hands are in front of you. Okay, now lift the chest, push the floor, gaze forward. Energetically, you're drawing the heels of your hands towards your hips. Gaze forward, inhale, squeeze that ball, find your apple, and now lift up and lower. Front lower ribs are in, lift, lower. Lift and hold, lower, slow. Lift and hold for 1. Lower, slow. Lift and hold, lower, slow. And 5, lower. Keep your pelvis steady. Lift, So you're not shaking your body up and down. Your spine is strong, your pelvis is steady. Lift, it's extension. Lower. 2 more. Lift and hold. Lower. Lift and hold it here. Pause for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release. Good. Sit on your heels for a moment. Give yourself a little break with your wrists if you need it. Shake it off, shake it off, shake it off. Good. And we go to the other side. All right. Here we are, hands in front of you. Glutes are active. Now notice what I don't want to see is this. See? This is, everything is staying steady. I'm just extending my hip and lowering. It's lifting and lowering. That's all I'm doing. Lifting, lowering. Okay, so here we are. Inhale. Push the floor. Draw the heels of your hands towards your feet. Chest forward, and now lift. Lower slow. Lift. Hollow your belly. Lower. Lift and hold. Lower. Lift and hold. Lower. Lift and hold. Lower. 5. Lower slow. 4. Lower slow. 3. Lower slow. And 2. Lower slow. 1 and hold. Pause for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower and rest. All right, good job. Shake it off. Here comes our band. So we're going to do a little bit of work here. If you have a stronger band, for this particular one, I will go ahead and give it a try. You're going to have a block under your pelvis. If you like, I like to have the option to show you the difference. And now you're going to put the band below your knees. Open your feet wider than your hips. Hands alongside your body, inhale. Pull the band, and on the exhale, squeeze your knees in. Maybe you lift your hips. But what I do not want you to do is go to your low back. Your glutes are active, so use your glutes. Okay? If you feel that you take your low back is taking over, I would say stay on the block. Okay? So pull the band with resistance. Inhale, you can lift your hips if you wish, and then squeeze it in. Open, 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 breathe. The block there is there in case you need it. Lower, squeeze it in. Open and hold. And bring it in. Squeeze, adduction. Open. Squeeze it in. Open and hold. Shine a color through those inner thighs and through the outer thighs when you're going out and in. Pull and open. Squeeze in with control. Open. Squeeze in with control. And open. Squeeze in with control. Squeeze it in for pause for 8, 7, 6. Keep your pelvis steady. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lengthen your tailbone. Sit on the block on your sacrum. Good. Wiggle your hips. Breathe in. Now, you can extend your left leg as best as you can. It's not going to be straight up. Now we're focusing on those quad muscles. The left leg is active. Lift, take your left hand to your thigh, resist your thigh to your hand, and lower just a little. Lift and hold. Lower. Lift and hold. Lower. Lift and hold. Lower. Look at your foot. Make sure your ankle is aligned with your knee. Lower. Push through molasses. Squeeze it down. Lift and hold. Lower. Lift and hold. And lower. Two more. Lift and hold. Resist your leg to your hand. Lower. One more. Lift and hold. Little pulse. Go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Take a rest. Nice. Okay, here we go. Second side. Ground your left leg, extend your right leg. Quad muscles are active. Spread your toes. Right hand on your thigh. Tone, and now resist. Lower with control. Push and hold. Lower. Push and hold. Lower. Lift and hold. Lower. Lift and hold. Lower. Lift and hold. You're on your sacrum. Lower. Lift and hold. Lower. Lift and hold. Hold it here. Pause for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Good job. All right, so now we're gonna go to this side. Move the block out of your way. You're gonna rest. You can put a block under your head if you wish. And now keep the band over your right knee and over your left ankle, okay? So if you need to change your band, you know, that might be a little intense, but if you wanna try it this way. All right, so spread your toes. My right knee is slightly behind the left knee. Okay, and I'm gonna bring them together and pull the right leg up. Front lower ribs are down. Knee over knee. And I lower down, inhale. And I take the top knee behind you and lift it up. Ooh. And lower down behind you. Inhale, lift, take it forward, lower, and I lift it up. Drop the knee down, take it behind you, lift it up behind you. Oh my goodness. Lower down behind you, bring it forward. Lift and hold. This is really good for stabilizing those hips. Lower, take it behind you, lift and hold. Ooh. Lower, bring it forward. Two more, lift and hold. Lower, behind you, lift and hold. Lower, forward. Last one, lift and hold. Hold it here, pause for 8. Oh my gosh. 5, why did I say that? 3, 2, 1. Oh, take a break. That was terrible. Inhale. Take your leg behind you. Fire up those glutes, lift up. And pause for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Oh, ay, ay, ay. All right. Massage your booty. It's important to change the speed, the texture, just so your tissue becomes versatile. Let's go to the other side. Right ankle, left knee. Right ankle, left knee. Knees together, frontal ribs are down, lengthen your tailbone, inhale. Exhale, lift it up, push. Now the important part, notice which side feels stronger. And lower down, take it behind you, lift and hold. Lower, bring it forward. Inhale, lengthen your tailbone. Exhale, lift and hold. Lower, behind you, lift and hold. Notice where you need to do more homework. Where do you need to focus and shine a brighter light? Lower and bring it forward. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Ooh. Lower. Take it behind you. Lift and hold. It's only short-lived. Remember, we invest and then we benefit. Lower, forward. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Lower. Ooh. Behind you. Lift. Lower, bring it forward. Here we go. Inhale, exhale, lift, and pause for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a little rest. Exhale it out. Last one. Inhale, take it behind you. Lift and hold. Find your maximum. Now pause for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release it. Hallelujah. Get rid of the band. Stay just like that. Let us stretch those little glutes in divine twist. And I take your torso all the way to the right. Turn your nose to the left and turn your nose to the right. Left and right. Frontal ribs are down. Slowly gaze forward and bring your left leg over the right leg. Find your sit bones here. And now inhale, we're going to go to an open twist first. So lift your torso tall, rotate to the right, and then you can go on the foam roller, you can go on the blocks, you can go on the floor. Put your forearms on something. And once you're there, hollow your belly, and then draw those hips to the left. Try to keep your left big toe, the mount of the toe, on the floor. Hollow your belly and draw those hips back. Use your breath into those back ribs. Slowly come up, gentle. Inhale. And now take your right eye of the elbow over the knee. Hollow your belly, move your belly out of the way. And now just interlace your hands. Energetically, the left outer knee has an arrow pulling towards your outer hip, as if you're grounding the left hip down to lift your chest taller. Keep focusing on the left hip bone going down to the floor. Notice how it's going to lift your chest a little taller. And stay calm in here. No rigidity. Let your body, let your breath guide you. Every time you're breathing, visualize that breath shining a light all the way down to your feet, to your hips. And now you're mindfully nurturing all that tissue that we worked really hard today. Slowly release it. Bring your legs forward. Drop your knees right and left. And then we take the knees over to the left. Inhale. Take your palms over to the left. Inhale, hollow your belly. Now push your hips away. Visualize you scooping your belly in towards your spine, and that gives you a little bit more twist. Breathe, breathe into your spine. Turn your nose left and right, left, right. Good. Slowly come center. Take your right knee, right foot up and over. Find a block or your foam roller or your hands. Lift your chest up, inhale. And now quarter turn to the left. Find your forearms on whatever object. And now hollow your belly and draw your hips backwards. Use your breath like you're poking your spine and your back ribs. Try to ground the mount of your right big toe. And now slowly come up. Find your sit bones. Lift your chest up. Find the eye of your elbow over the knee. Hollow your belly. And now interlace your hands together. Lift your chest up. Now look at your right outer knee. Visualize an arrow going all the way down to that hip. Grounding the hip down to the floor to lift your chest up a little more so you can twist. Keep visualizing the arrow, pulling the hip, grounding the hip down to the floor to lift your chest up. Front lower ribs doing a little crunch so you can open a little more. Gaze forward, release. All right, shake it off. We have one more little something just to tie everything we did together today. Just watch for a moment. I'm going to put my foam roller. Okay. The forearm will be a little diagonal here because you want to make sure that your shoulder is stable. Okay, so you need to feel really stable before you go anywhere. I'm going to show you the option. The first option will be hand on your hip, front lower ribs are doing a crunch, knees are stacked together, glutes are coming forward, and I'm going to just lift my hips. Okay, if you feel stable, you're going to bring your chest up, not back, but up. Maybe some of you can stagger your feet. You can help with your top hand first. Yeah. You know what? I would put one hand on the foam roller and one forearm. That to me feels way safer. Okay? Because otherwise, if you're gonna lose your foam roller, you're gonna hurt your shoulder. So left forearm, right hand, lift your hips, stagger your feet. All right? Your knees can be bent like that. All right, here we go. So lift and hold. Gaze forward. Lift your hips off the floor. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend your knees and lower. Good job. Side B. Find your forearm. Decide if your knees are going to be bent or not. Top hand on the foam roller. Stagger your feet. Top leg forward, bottom leg behind you. Squeeze your inner thighs like you're holding your pee. Bring your chest up. Breathe here. Lift your hips, gaze forward. So your top hip wants to come down, lift it up and back. 4. Squeeze those inner thighs. 3. Breathe. 2. And 1. Bend your knees and lower. All right. Now we're going to do the feet, and you're going to be on the left forearm on the floor. So top leg in front, bottom leg behind you. You're on your left forearm, or whatever way, other way. Now flex your feet, inhale. Exhale, you can push with your body, top hand, lift, and at this time lift up. Some of you can stack your feet if you feel more stable. Lift your chest. Breathe here. 5, 4, glutes active. 3, 2, 1. Drop your hand and drop your knees. Good job. Last one, you don't have to look at me. You can just listen. We're going to go to the right forearm. Top leg forward, bottom leg behind you. Lift your chest, inhale. Squeeze your inner thighs. Lift your hips. Maybe you stack your hips. Maybe you lift your hands. Breathe. Flex your feet. 5. Lengthen your tailbone. 4. Breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Drop your hand and drop your hips. So one of the must-do 3 things for healthy spine is side plank, any variation, some of the core that we do, and the little bird dog variation. Okay, that's when we balance. Any variation. It could be this one. It could be the one we do. I always change it up, but those 3 are like your must take or must do for healthy spine. If you do those 3, you're gonna be in good shape. All right. Let's go ahead and take the foam roller. Take it over your right knee. Here I am doing my homework. Okay. Take your hands behind you. Your left foot is in front of the foam roller. And now you can just wobble over the knee. Some of you want a little more, you can lift your hips off the floor. And I'm wondering, I don't know if sitting on the block might be, like, will help you, I don't know. You can, it definitely be easier on the hands. Okay, so just decide what works for you. Just wiggle side to side, just massaging and hydrating. Keeping the back of the knee happy. You can go below the knee a little bit. The gastrocs. Keep the pressure, keep the pressure. Circle your ankle, that helps to activate it as well. And then change your legs. Start from behind the knee, pressure. Yeah, if you feel a little pressure like around your cervical spine, go ahead and do that. That helps a lot. You can go below the knee, around the gastrocs, circle the ankle. Good. And now we'll take it to the side. So rest, it doesn't matter which side. So if you're on the left side, you're gonna put the foam roller under your left thigh, maybe halfway through. You can use your block or your ball for pillow. Your bottom arm will be in front of you. And now you have many options. You can stack your feet together. You can bend your top leg. And then, oh, just go an adjustment. You can roll forward and back. The key always remember is to put the pressure. If you feel it's very, very intense, then move a little faster just to hydrate the tissue. And if you feel like, oh, okay, there's a spot that I need to stay, you can just move slowly. Now work intelligently. So if you in one place, it doesn't mean it just benefits you there. Remember, it's flashing down the whole system. Breathe. Wiggle your ankle. Sometimes you sticking your tissue in and out. That helps tremendously to release any pull tissue. And then we'll take it to the other side. Go to the end of your foam roller. So if you want to bend your top knee, you will have the room for it. And go halfway through that bottom leg. Either stack your feet together or bend your top leg. Notice what side feels a little bit more intense. Breathe. Notice your mannerism. Notice if you're holding tension on this side more than the other. How do you change that? Now, there's a difference between just touching the foam roller and pressing the foam roller. The pressure is the action because as you stress that tissue, you're also strengthening it and you're detoxing, you're hydrating. There's many, many, many benefits. Okay, slowly release. Oh goodness, all right. And now we're gonna sit on the foam roller just to touch those little sit bones. Again, the attachments of the hamstrings. And then just go up and down, side to side. Drop your knees right and left, and then forward and back. Breathe. Maybe you put more weight on one side. Like drop your knees to the left or to the right. And move slow now. Like a little slow motion with pressure. And see if that targets something that needs attention. And then you might go to the other side. Good, and I take it all the way down. Take your hips on the foam roller. Grab the foam roller, lift your feet off the floor. Bring your feet together and now roll over to the left and lengthen your hips. Lengthen your hips. Breathe in there. And then come in, keep the pressure on the foam roller and take it to the right. Just like we did in the beginning of the class in our warm-up, you're now trying to create that length in your spine, the space between your low back and your pelvis. Take it to the left. Breathe into your back body. Take it to the right. Visualize that length between each and every vertebra. And now you can climb up your foam roller. You're climbing up as your hips go down. Climb up, 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 up. Drop your feet down to the floor when you feel like you're on your low back. And then just drop your knees right and left. Breathe in. With your next breath, bring your left knee into your chest. You're on your low back. Left knee to your chest. You can take your hands behind your hamstring. You can bend and straighten your leg. Bend and straighten your leg. Bend, straighten your leg. Bend and straighten your leg. Good. Lower your left leg. Bend your right knee. Hug it in, lengthen that sit bone, relax the shoulders. Take your hands behind and straighten and bend. Straighten, bend, and straighten and bend. Straighten and bend. Straighten. Circle your ankle and bend. Good. Come all the way down again. Now you're on the shoulder, the mid ribs, mid and lower ribs, and just lift your hips slightly off the floor, just little, and just massage the little thoracic spine where it meets your lumbar. So it's like T12, L1. That's an intersection there. There's a lot going on. So breathe into that. Breathe. Go up and down. Good. And now all the way forward, you're on your shoulder blades. Your glutes are on the floor. Open your heart a little and gaze to the right. Come center and gaze to the left. To the right. Now I want you to internalize the benefits here of all this mobility and healthy tissue with all the work that we did, the stability before. Good. And I come over to the right or whatever side you can see me. And now you'll end up with a little thoracic. Shift your hips away. Mm-hmm. Take your top hand behind you. And now open back and forward. Keep that pressure and move slow. Find the spot that needs your attention. Stay there. Maybe you come towards your armpit a little bit. Adjacent to your pecs. You can even bend your top knee and extend your bottom leg. So you're right on the armpit and on the pecs. And roll forward and back. Good. And slowly release. Let's go to the other side. Start with the little armpit region. Shift your hips away, top hand behind your head, go back, forward a few times until that pressure point that you need to be on will come up. Use your breath. Then scroll your hips down a little more so you're on your armpit now, and you can come all the way forward. You can bend your top leg, extend your bottom leg, and again, just roll until you find the right weight for you. You can also rest your top hand on the foam roller if it's easier. You can also tuck your extended leg toes, and then you can come up and down a little, just play with that. There's no right way or wrong way, just exploring and feeling. Okay, and last, take your neck again over that foam roller. Even out that spine. Now you can go towards right below the cervical spine, so you're on those upper trapezius, okay? Yeah, so your head is hanging off the foam roller. Take your hands behind you, lift your hips and just go over the top of those trapezius. Just to hit that little region there. Go up and down a few times. Good, and now drop down and go to your cervical spine. And then turn right and left. You can even go to the back of your skull. The area also gets neglected. And breathe. The tendency is to go to your tailbone again. Find your sacrum on the floor. Now you can also grab the foam roller behind you. Instead of the edges behind you, and then you have more resistance, and press the back of your skull. Nice. Slowly release. Move the foam roller out of the way. You can take it on your belly for now. Just feel your spine. Notice your feet. Exhale all the tension out of your body. Take the foam roller with your hands over your head, all the way down to the floor. Draw the arms in. Extend your legs out in a Shavasana variation. Drop your ankles right and left. And then bring your foam roller again forward. Place your palms on your foam roller. Bend your knees. And drop over to the side and come up to a seat. Oh, so good. Bring your hands together. We take a deep inhale and a deep exhale. Thank you for being here today. I hope practice served you well. I hope you have a wonderful Tuesday, and I will see you next week. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.